Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome to Banners of Ruin, an upcoming, well, it should be available by the time this video goes live, an upcoming deck building, party, battler type game, in which we play as members of House Blackfoot fighting for revenge against the Enders for their various crimes against our great and venerable house. Let's jump on in, shall we? We've been given a slightly early, chance to look at the game, though again, by the time this video comes out, it should be available for everyone. Alright, so when we start off, of course, we can start off with a bonus to begin the play with, and then we can, of course, actually advance, start off with 17 cards. As far as I know, I've played a few off-camera games to try and get a feel for, the general gameplay and such, so that I don't go completely blind into things. And as far as I can tell, you can't remove cards once you add them, at least not at this point. So your deck gets fatter over the course of the game. I'm not sure if there's a lot of ways yet, at least not that I've found, to increase your draw, though there are ways to draw. That's important to note. So I like to keep a thin deck in these types of games for the most part, because that way the cards you actually want come up more likely, or more often. So you gotta make sure you take only the best of the best. You emerge from the black and find yourself in one of the guard bunks. Where the devils did you come from? You can't be here. And also, another thing I find, real good thing to keep in mind is, with our little characters here, as you can see, we have energy for each. We also have willpower, which is sort of like a one, or it doesn't regenerate over the course of a battle. So we have only one willpower. Stamina we get each turn. So the more characters we have, the more stamina we have, which means that more expensive cards become easier to play, though we can also upgrade these stats as we go along, since our characters do level up. The big difficulty, I think, is that as you go along, you inevitably get more cards, and you can get more characters, but your draw stays about the same. So to be honest, there's a bit of I guess a bit of a back and forth, as it were, with do you really want more characters? Because the more characters you have, the fewer moves each individual character can take, which can end up making the party weaker. Though then again, if you're playing intelligently with how you set up your attacks, it's not so big a deal. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with solid footing here. Bit of a risky play, I think. Okay, maybe I should have opened with that. That's unfortunate, but what has this special ability done for us? Next time we spend stamina, it is refunded. So we can actually do a couple of attacks here. So let's see. We can do 10 damage and then 5, so 15. So overall, and yeah, here's a little problem I find occasionally with the game. Once you've clicked on a card, it's too late. You can't go back. So make sure you know what move you want it, because this would have been more useful, because we would have got charge, which would have allowed us to do an extra free damage. Instead, in fact, that extra free damage might have allowed us to kill this mouse. So instead, we will target this fella. Fortunately, though, charge does, it does last. And I can't do anything with Bear here, because, of course, he does not, he's been pacified for that shield he added to himself. Alright, so we're close. We'll be able to take him next turn. Perfectly fine. And to be honest with you, the game is fairly merciful when it comes to, if you make mistakes. I've, in one play, I basically ended up getting my entire party killed, and I should have targeted this guy first, shouldn't have I? So 6 damage, you're going to do bleed, which does damage through your armor. Wait, is that true? Yeah, I think it's bleed that damages you through your armor, or poison damages you through your armor. One of them damages you through your armor, the other directly damages your armor. Poison, bleed, yeah. Learned that the hard way when I had super shields on everyone. And we ended up dying nonetheless. Alright, so we'll start with No Mercy. At least we've taken him out. You're going to take 6 damage. You're going to do 6 damage and cause me to bleed. Our armor is perfectly fine either way. I figure we'll do what we can on you, and we might as well buff up Bear because we don't have enough attack cards. Moving on then. Yeah, there we go. Start of each turn, this takes vitality damage. Yeah, okay, so it's bleed that attacks you through your armor. So, really smart idea to have bleed type stuff. Ah, this is also useful. We get some armor and we can also move position, because if we move out of the way, which, you know, let's just use this as an example right now. We go whoop, and apply it to ourselves, and then we go over here, and now none of their attacks this turn can do anything to us. We can also go ahead and... yeah. Now, as you can also see here, multi-attack. Charge is really useful with multi-attack, so we get +2 here. And, I mean, we're going to break their armor one way or the other. Might as well go with this fella. As we can see here, this would then end up doing 6 damage total. Or wait. Yeah, 1 times free, so it becomes 3 times free, so that'd be 9 damage in total, assuming I'm mathing correctly, which I should be. You know what, no one's getting hit this turn, I might as well apply a little bit of bleed to you. There we go, so you got 4 bleed, you're perfectly fine now. There we go, good stuff. Okay, then we finish the job. We attack you, we attack you. Take some money. Alright, so we can get vulnerable. Now, vulnerable doesn't stack, by which I mean, you know, it doesn't go like 25, 50, 75. There is another attack that does that, though. In fact, it's right here. For every stack of Overwhelm, this character receives 25% more damage from attacks, and removed at the start of this character's turn. Ah, okay, so... haven't read that entirely before. I thought Overwhelm ticked down, which probably explains a lot. So what you want with this is you probably want to play this, and then you want to have a multi-attack so you can apply a bunch of it, and then that's when you do the heavy hitting. And you only get to play it once, so if you're gonna play it, make sure you play it right. Of course, this lets us draw through our deck faster, and since, as I previously mentioned, there's not really a way to remove cards as of yet, as far as I know. Probably useful. Alright, also, this, those numbers at the top represent how close we are to moving on to the next stage. Alright, so you're going to take 16 damage. Means we'll use our round shield, and then we'll give you a little bit of cover. You're almost protected now. And you know what? We will... yeah, there we go. I mean, it would have killed you one way or the other, but, have you apply it to yourself, and then you can move over here, and you know what? Apply more shield. There you go. Now they can't hit us. Well, okay. One of them was able to hit us because we were in the way there, but other than that... let's see here. Setup. Okay, so Bear has you... please don't draw Bear's attack. Okay, that was fortunate. Alright, so he's got a little bit of vulnerable on him. And he's got enough armor, so we don't need to... well, he can't do anything anyway. We will discard a shield. Since we're in the front rank, we do 10 damage, plus 25% more. Which just straight up killed him. You gotta love it. There we go. Alright. I feel... oh. What move? Oh, the, that moving card had used up our willpower, that's right. So at the moment, we can only use it once per turn. No real need for, shielding. Is there anything I can do? Let's go with this, which unfortunately drew... oh wait, no, not unfortunately, because Bear, Bear is set. Okay, that worked out. Yeah. I think the thing that, for me personally, I need to make sure I pay attention to is that I do not... I like having a lot of bleed. Bleed is really, really handy because it attacks through armor. This is also very useful because it lets us... I'm assuming it lets us move our own party as well as the enemy, but I think I'm going to stick with this. And as you also probably saw earlier, being able to move your party around, really, really useful. Okay, so this gets rid of a random combat. This is the only combat we have. I think it's too early for us to be taking on an elite combat. So, yeah. There we go. We've got our off-duty guards, so they're just having some fun drinking. You guys are back, unfortunately. We could use this, but I'd rather the Florins. Okay, so we can't go in this lane for free turns. Let's go for a regular combat. Again, I don't think I'm ready for handling a heavy patrol. Probably would want to let these guys have a chance to level up a little bit first. Alright, well. Let's see. You're going to do 8 damage. Alright, so everyone's attacking the mouse. So we're going to take 16 damage overall. Deals... If the opponent has armor, applies 2 weak. Right. But it does go from back to front here, or farthest from us to closest to us, in the order of operations. So... 12 damage, 25% of 12 is another free, so we would do 15 in total. Still wouldn't be able to kill everyone. And then our mouse would take damage. Damage to your health is permanent. Damage to armor is, of course, not permanent. So, there is temptation here. But, I think the smart play is we just attack with bear, normally. Because, again, we can't kill anyone anyway. I'm gonna do 16 in total. We'll add a bit of guard, and then we'll probably strike this guy. Because he's almost definitely dead next turn. And you get moved around. Okay. Ouch. Alright, so you're hiding back there, you scoundrel. Which also means you get a move again this turn. Only one row gets to move at a time. So in a way, that actually did kind of benefit us. This costs 0, so there's no reason not to use it. No one has armor, so unfortunately, we're not going to get any kind of bonus here. It's sad, but it's life. And bear, you can... Actually, I think this will just straight up kill this guy. It will not, but that's okay. He'll still be in a position to be killed next turn. That's the important part of all this. As long as we have at least 2 attacks. Okay, you're attacking bear. You're attacking me. Okay, we'll get rid of you. And again, you are attacking bear. Fortunately, I don't have any other attacks this turn, so that's unfortunate. Let's go with round shield, and then we'll give a little bit of cover to you. We'll give bear some more cover, and because why not? We will give Redmont here. Redmont and Hendrickson. Give him a little bit of extra power next turn, though again, really shouldn't matter because literally any attack would kill him anyway. We just get to overkill him, which does nothing. We've also leveled up. That's pretty handy. And let's see. Apply free marked to the target. If there is more than one race, apply overwhelm as well. It is a 0-cost card. This lets us buff another party member. I mean, it's always hard, because again, like I was saying earlier, as far as I know, there's no real way to get rid of cards out of your deck, so... Like, we can't get rid of our regular strikes, for instance. Though, you know, I could be wrong about that. It might be that I have just not picked the right options. I like to give everyone at least free energy. And then it's probably a good idea to start adding will. It probably depends on how you want to build your party. If you want a small party, having each individual party member have a lot of energy is probably better. If you're going to have a big party, probably better to give everyone more will. And let's see, this is your card. So if he dies, we lose any cards associated with this particular character, such as that hatchet attack. So false opening, let's see, we gain anticipation. The next time this character loses fatality, they gain 20 armor for every stack. It also, or every stack of anticipation, it ticks down by 1 each turn. Whenever this character deals damage, that damage is doubled. Ticks down by 1 at the end of each turn, and rage is applied the first time your shield is broken. Or, if the active character is in the front rank, deal 1 times 5. Which is good, because that's 5 attacks, which if you have a bunch of charge applied, that adds up. Or if you're, we had any of those cards that give us, overwhelm per attack, then, that would also benefit us quite handily. Oh wait, John of Redmont. Oh. I didn't know you had a first name. Alright, and you, Edmund Hendrickson. And again, we'll give you a little bit more energy. Deal 8 damage to target and all enemies of the same race. Okay, handy. Restore 12 vitality and remove bleed from each character in your rank. Gonna be honest with you, that could be really handy later on. And a reason to buff our will. So I like it. Alright, so we can either fight the heavy patrol, which is almost definitely going to end the run, or we could have a decoy, which will allow us to evade. You know what the heck, let's do an elite combat. I don't think I'm in a position to win. Yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. Alright, so we're going to be taking 20 damage up here, so we should probably start by, oop, wrong. There we go. And we'll give a little shield to you. And what does this do? 1 times 5, so it's only going to do 5 damage in general. Gonna... Alright. I mean, it probably makes sense to move you. And again, we're kind of in a state where it's like there's only... Oh yeah, and only you can use this move, so... I guess that's it for damage this turn. Alright. That is... To be honest, I guess maybe if you got +1 draw for every character in your party, that might screw up with the balance of things. Let's see, 6, and what are you doing? If you have more than 18 shield, applies 4 bleed, so that is really bad. Fortunately, though, everyone is trying to kill Bear, so that is slightly less good. Or slightly more good, I guess. You know what? Let's see. Also, these guys get stronger every turn, so we'll apply some weakness to them. That feels like a smart play in general, and then we'll give ourselves a little bit of armor. Okay. Let's break your armor, just so we get the buff. And we either do... You know what? That feels about right. Plus, we're vulnerable, a little bit more damage. Then we've got some bleed. I think based on the cards we've taken, it's probably gonna make a lot of sense to upgrade our stamina. It's getting pretty bad here, isn't it? Discard a card, gain some momentum. Alright, you're gonna be able to attack every single person. So let's see. I think we'll discard a strike. Then we'll do some damage to all the ranks, which kills him. And jolly good. And we will... You're gonna be fine. So we'll get you to do a strange mist on yourself. That's a really, really useful card to have. Also, I don't think I've seen it before. So either I unlock... Why did I choose you? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. As you can kind of see, we're kind of at a point where maybe... Oh dear. Oh god, that's gonna hurt. Alright, let's try to... Alright, let's do this the smart way. Buff you. Attack you. Then, still not going to be able to kill you this turn, but... Okay, and... You know what? Might as well give you a bunch of shield, because you're not going to get bleeded more. Or blooded more. Yeah, it's still... That is really, really bad. Alright, I can do that. We will discard this because we don't need it. And we will give you a little bit of battle tempo, which... That's the good stuff. Oh, and we get equipment. That's what's useful, I guess, about... So let's talk weapons, shall we? So this is our, like, weapon card. It's a two-handed weapon, so we can't use both. And it determines our damage for, well, both this and certain skills that use your weapon damage. Move to the front rank, deal 8 damage if unable to move, +1 stamina, spawns hit and run. What is hit and run? Okay. As we can see over here, we've got our 8 damage. If it breaks the target, gain charge. This, attack 3 times and gain 5 armor. Okay, so that means that for any cards that deal weapon damage, we would end up doing less damage, but we do attack 3 times, so that would be 18 damage. Plus, if we add more charge, though I guess our primary way of gaining charge is through this and a handful of other cards. The short bow, of course, but if we take the short bow, because a bow is a two-handed weapon, so if we take it, we won't be able to have the shield. So I do think we'll take this, because 18 damage is more than 8. It's, in fact, 10 more. We won't get the charge, which, depending on how things play out, maybe we will regret that. We also have our armor, by the way, which starts off, or it determines what our starting armor is. So Bear, for instance, he's only got light armor. Probably want him to get better armor. As far as I can tell, your armor really doesn't affect anything beyond cosmetic appearances. It doesn't like affect your draw, your energy, or anything like that, so there's no reason not to wear heavy armor. Let's see, deal 8 damage. If the final damage dealt exceeds 12, gain 2 stamina and 4 restoration. That is pretty handy. Applies 15 shield to an ally, but the active character who used it... Oh, and the ally both gain winded, so next turn they lose 1 stamina. I am gonna take this, I think. But, as we move along here, I should probably start thinking about maybe, like, not taking more cards, because again, we have only so many. A little bit of extra XP. Alright. Can't say no to that. Could hide. We have a merchant in trouble. I mean, avoiding combat... Combat is your primary way for gaining XP, but of course, obviously, you also can get injured. You know what? Let's go with merchant in trouble for this one. You see a merchant during a shakedown of some thugs. There doesn't seem to be any guards around, so we could actually get some florins, or we could choose from a skill card. It's tempting either way. I think I'm going to go with the money this time. For me, mostly money is used to buy... Oh dear. Right. I think this is another elite combat. We could hide. I mean, I'll do it. Okay, and then we've got a search party. So, yeah. Didn't work out quite so well for us, did it? However, 18 damage. I mean, it's hard to say no to 18 damage. Let's start by drawing a card, gaining a little of this. Pretty handy. I mean, you're going to attack 3 times, so obviously it makes sense to... Now, who do I want to attack? And you're going to gain 2. So this will be 8. So that'll be 24 damage. I mean, you do the most damage. Let's see, 5. Gonna do 10. Gonna do 10 in general. You know what? We might as well kill the weasel. Oh, wait, it's a sweep, so it actually does damage to everyone. So yeah, we do want to kill the weasel if possible. Alright. No, this is definitely better. Because this would be 3 times 5, which is 15. This would be 8 times free, which is more than free. There we go. So he's gone now. So overall, you're going to take 10-ish damage this turn. Pretty sure I can't take you out. I mean, let's look at this, though. I mean, we could do 5 damage and then 12 damage. 12 damage plus 4 bleed. So let's see here. 5 plus 12, that's 17. Plus 4. 17 plus 4 is 21. You have 24 health. Or wait, 22 health. So we'd be 1 off. So I think the way to do this then is we do want to bleed you. And then you get a little bit of armor so that overall everyone is safe. At least for this turn. Though it is really, really handy that we did get a way to heal, which we cannot use this turn. Well, actually, not entirely true. You set up, attack this fella, draw some more cards. If only I had gained a way to... I don't think that's gonna... 8, then 8 plus 25, 25% of 8 is... So yeah, it's not gonna do it. Not quite. Alright, let's see. If active characters in the front rank deal weapon damage, if in the back rank, apply free charge to all allies in front. That's handy. But that's only useful if we have 4 or more characters, because you fill the front rank before the back rank. If this breaks target's armor, deal 4 by free damage. Again, that's pretty handy, and having more multi-attack is never a bad thing. Well, damn. Lots of heavy patrols out tonight. A little bit unfortunate. This feels like it's almost an elite combat. Okay. I mean, how is this gonna look? 10 damage to bear, 10 to mouse, over 10 to mouse. We have no way to really undo that. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill you this turn. That is not going to do it. Because I will still only do 10, so we won't get our heal or our stamina, but I'm still going to attack with it anyway. I think I should have bear heal. Ah, heck, we'll have bear do every... No, Gaslight, you fool. Well, it does do weapon damage, so... yeah, overall, it probably was... Oh, well, that was... that was quite effective. Right. Alright, overall, I think I played that about as well as be expected. And they each get Fury, so they're getting stronger every single turn. If it breaks their armor, which it's not... let's see. More than 18. Alright. You attack Mr. Beaver Man. He's basically dead. How do I want to play this? I think we'll rush. Okay, so you're out. There, you get some armor. I mean, you're going to be good this turn. You're going to take damage. I can't kill you, but I can try to do a little bit more damage to you. And, you know, that's, it's not bad. It's not great, though. I mean, honestly, our health it's holding in there. And I have no way to bolster our power. Though, honestly, I can just straight up... Oh, and this is our only attack this turn. Alright, so Bear, you move mouse. You can't because you have no willpower left. Okay, so it's basically either we attack this turn, or we shield ourselves this turn. Okay. Well, that's actually not strictly speaking true. And yeah, you can shield yourself a little. And you know what? You might as well give yourself solid footing. You're set. And that's... I could give you more, but then, seeing as his attacks do apply bleed. Ideally, this is going to work out. We might actually have too much shield, now that I think about it. We might need to pick up more attacks. I mean, don't get me wrong. Having a lot of armor is good, but it's not as good if we can't attack. Draw a card for each character in the back rank, which that's really only useful if we have a full party of 6, in my opinion. They also gain vigor. You know what? I wouldn't mind having... but then again, I mean, like, this is good, but how far does it really scale? You know? Because it does, like, straight damage. To be honest with you, I'm almost kind of surprised that damage isn't determined by, like, for all attack cards, by your weapon damage. There's probably a reason for that, but, you know what? I like it, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna leave it this turn. Okay, and we've both leveled up again. So, I think what I would like to do... We haven't really had problems with our energy. Though I do kind of like to have it, like, twice the stamina for the will. And now we get a passive ability. Alright, so what kind of passive do we want? Gain 5 whenever an ally dies. Ideally, we don't want people dying. At the start of their turn, if this character has less than 30% vitality, gain 1 rage. Whenever this character runes a card, they gain 5 charge. That's not super relevant right now. I don't think we've really unlocked any rune type thing, so let's go with this. It kind of gives us a, the word I am trying to think of eludes me at the moment, but, it gives us a way to, if things are going really bad, to do slightly less bad. Everyone on this character's rank starts with 1 vigor, which means that the first attack of that turn costs nothing. That's pretty handy. At the start of their turn, if this character has no allies on their rank, they gain 15 armor and 1 stamina. That is really useful if you are by yourself. And I have off camera, again, while I was just trying to get a feel for the game, I did discover that it's really, really handy. When you're by yourself, if you have the right set of cards and passives, you basically become an unstoppable juggernaut. You know what? We're in good shape. Let's do another heavy patrol, because we might get better armor, which is kind of what I'm gunning for at the moment. And also, frankly, I like dilly-dallying a little bit. How do we want to do this? Deal 5 damage if it breaks the target's armor. Okay. Hmm. 12. If we add free... Oh, wait, will this get rid of my vigor? The next time this character... Okay, so it's only removed when we spend stamina. 8. 28, 38. That will come dangerously close to killing us. So let's see, 12, 15 damage. I mean, that's definitely breaking everyone. It kind of renders this less useful though, doesn't it? All right, so let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 12 becomes 20. So 20 damage plus 12. I'd be able to either kill one of these guys or the bear. Probably want to kill one of these guys. And what does this do? I mean, I could actually just wipe out the back, well, at least one person in the back row. But then again, no, I do much more damage if I do it this way. I think the strike. All right, so let's take out at least one of the hairs. Oh, that did so much more than I was expecting. Well, that wasn't so bad. All right, so you're only going to take 18, which means we add this, and now we're only going to take 7. And honestly, we can heal most of that right back, so perfectly fine. We are, yeah, we're good. And you, what is this? If this character has 3 or more allies, armor is raised to 10. Huh. You know what? I bet that probably applies at the end. Okay, so let's see here. You're attacking the mouse, you're attacking the bear. So the bear does need a little bit of help. Then, I mean, honestly, I could just kill... I mean, I might as well. We can't do enough damage this turn to actually wipe out any of these guys. Or is that true, actually? I mean, this applies weak. Does 6 damage, applies weak. I might be able to take one of them out. But you know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I mean, that was overkill. Not gonna deny it. I want to kill the bear. Not actually gonna kill him. Maybe I should have went after one of the weasels, ferrets, whatever you are. You a ferret? You a weasel? What are you? I don't know. Alright, so you do the damage 3 times, you gain 5 armor, might as well. So that's 18, that's enough to kill the ferret. But let's kill the ferret. Who are you attacking? You are attacking the mouse for 6 damage, so it doesn't matter really. Oh, you have no energy. I could just kill this guy. I think instead we're going to start attacking the ferret back there. Or wait, no, he's not going to die. I'm a fool. Almost took damage there for no reason. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, basically any attack we do is going to finish these guys off. But just because. You know what, sure, we'll do overkill on you. In fact, it's the only attack we have, so we have to do overkill. Alright, what kind of equipment? We got a rondel dagger and a billhook. Let's see. Billhook does 10 damage and moves or swaps opponent to target position. Okay. You know, I'm not 100% sure how moving your opponent affects their ability to attack you. Well, I guess if you move them to the back row and they were in the front row, or the front row from the back row, then you prevent them from attacking. So there's definitely value in that. We could instead do 12 damage and 5 bleed. I mean, swap out round shield for the rondel dagger. I don't think that counts as dual wielding. We need to be using 2 of the same weapon. Huh. Like, I feel this is useful, but I don't want to change what I've got. I do like the idea of stacking bleed on our enemies, because especially if we're able to pile a bunch of bleed on, but the enemy has like a bunch of armor, it gives us a way to attack through their armor. I'm gonna go for it. I may regret getting rid of the shield. Because, you know, being able to apply armor is pretty good. This is also pretty handy. You know, because again, because of this. Again, moving people around. I mean, I do really like this. But I think I'm gonna leave our deck as is, because we're up to 24. It's, oh god, it's just... okay, a chance to improve. It does give us something to do other than, yeah. Other than fight elite units. Though we are doing pretty well. Okay, so what do? We can either enter combat, or Hendrickson gains a little bit of extra stamina, but he suffers 10 damage. But we can heal that in the next combat, so we will indeed force it over. Really good. Hendrickson exhaustively bludgeons the lock with their weapon until it finally thunders open. Quick, get in. Hendrickson begins to heave the door shut. A deft arrow finds its mark in their shoulder. You disappear into the shadows. Alright, so that's good. We got rid of one of those. We could take a crossroad, which it would get rid of this. Yeah, oh my, we've been going for almost an hour and we haven't even hit like the first boss fight. That's the crazy part. Never elite combat. We've got the heavy patrol. I think we'll just do a regular combat and we'll kind of see where this goes. Kind of wondering, I might want to break these videos like a run into multiple parts here. Okay, so you're gonna take most of the damage here. Let's start by drawing one. You've got so much now. I think we'll do a pincer maneuver. I can't kill anyone this turn one way or the other, but, you know, we'll do what we can. We'll withdraw. We'll have you shuffle over here. Less damage. It's better all around. And I guess you're saving that for next turn, which is good, because you do have multi-strike abilities. You know what? I'm gonna put all the shield on you. Because, as we've seen, this guy has abilities that put bleed on us if we have too much armor. You gotta be careful about that. Alright, they've gotten a little stronger. Range missed, we can restore ourselves, which I think we'll take the opportunity to do so now. And here we go. 6 damage 3 times. Plus 2, so that's 8 damage 3 times. Which... oh, I can do even more. We'll discard Rush. I mean, as you can see, this is where having too much energy, you start to see why it's not as useful. Though I guess it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you've got a lot of 2 or more energy cards, then yeah, it does become pretty useful. So this becomes 11 times 5, or times 3. So that'll be 33 damage. Well, I could take this guy out. You know what? I'm going to take that guy out. It just makes sense. And I have more than 18, so we're going to be bleed. Well, actually, no, we're not going to be bleed it, because... there you go. You know what? I think I will. I'm probably going to... I think, yeah, if a run's going to last approximately 3 hours, probably a wise idea. You maybe split these runs in... whoa, I should have started with setup. Because, you know, again, multi-attack would have done a lot more for us overall. Let's do setup now, though. I mean, at least it's better to do the right thing late than never. So, there we go, and you're dead. Do we want another card? Flurry. It applies Overwhelm. For every stack of Overwhelm, this character receives 25% more damage from attacks removed at the start of this turn. So if we were dual wielding, And as you can see here, if dual wielding, attack twice more. Now, I'm pretty sure dual wielding is, you're wielding two of the same weapon. But it could just mean using two weapons. A weapon and a shield I don't think counts. I've never actually pulled off dual wielding, so I'm honestly not 100% sure. Though this would be pretty useful, because if you have high weapon damage, then you can end up ultimately doing 3 times weapon damage. Whereas with this, you could end up doing, if you're dual wielding, then you can apply 50% more damage for the rest of the turn. I'm gonna go with akimbo, just in case I can pull off and make that actually do some good work for us. All right, Blackfoot contact, but we have two turns to use this, so we might as well maybe grab a combat, see how things go, and then we'll get a chance to heal. That feels like the smart play to me. We're also getting close to the end of this particular run, so let's see, what are we dealing with? 8 damage, 13 damage, and okay, so each person is taking 13 damage. Okay, that means Bear is going to take damage unless I armor up. Well, you know what? He's got so much stamina. Why do I worry about these things? And his first move is free. Why did I not use this? All right, you use this first. Let's apply weakness to. Apply it to the wabbit, and by wabbit I mean the hair. Okay, we could give ourselves a bunch of armor. Discard a card, gain free charginess. Which, to be honest, this is at its most useful when we've got a multi-attack. And you have the most multi-attacks available, so it makes sense to maybe get rid of a basic guard. And you're not going to do anything for the rest of your turn, I think. I have Bear get a strike in there. Not bad, not great. I'm gonna get you to put some guard on, and you're gonna wrap things up with some solid footing. I don't think any of you have bleed, so we're probably fine. Probably. Maybe I should have attacked you so I could kill you next turn. There's lots of options. Okay, this is what we were looking for. However, let's start with Pincer. Because again, we want to make this as useful as possible. You're dead. We'll buff you. So... okay, so that's going to do... that is 11, 22, or that is less than 22. So I think we know which move we want. So 22 damage plus 5. So that becomes 27. I could just straight up kill you. I could kill you instead, but let's just straight up kill the weasel. In fact, I ended up killing the weasel even more effectively than I initially expected. Okay, you're gonna do 12 damage, 6 damage. Definitely want to kill you next turn, but let's start with a little of this. Just because we do have a number of cards that add useful stuff if we break their armor. Well, actually, at this point, we have just one card that does that, don't we? And we do not have any of those cards active right now, so we'll start off with a little greatsword action in there. You're going to do 12 damage to Bear. You're going to do 6 damage and apply bleed, so we probably want to kill you first. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And I gotta keep remembering that I do have, like, the first, or at least start combat. I think I used it appropriately this time, but I gotta remember that. And you know what? We'll just straight up kill you. Alright, what do we... ooh, what's this? Every time you move, gain 5 charge. Every time you move an opponent, deal 5 damage. Interesting. We do have one way to move people, which also costs will. So we don't really have... This isn't something we can do forever. But I think that's probably good enough for us. We're at up to 26 cards. I should be careful. We can buy cards. Again, I don't think we need this. And I haven't seen the option to sell cards as of yet, as I've already said. So I think we'll go for a healing chance. A Blackfoot weasel brandishes his arsenal of foul-looking concoctions under his cloak. These beauties are for some ender gold cloaks, but it looks like you could use some of this. For the pain that it... What accent is this I'm trying to give him? For the pain that is. He hands you a familiar-looking bottle, carefully armored with a fine crafted lever. It's my last bottle. I'm also being inconsistent with his voice. Alright, so there we go. It tastes foul enough that you wonder if he really did just poison you. Offering thanks, you look up to find him already vanished. Well, we're back to full health. We've got some off-duty guards. There's also a crazy weasel who can do some stuff for us, but I actually forget what the crazy weasel does. But let's go for the guaranteed money. That feels okay. Brawlers. We can buy cards. And I can tell by the description here that presumably their defensive stances are remarkable, so we probably would primarily be buying defensive cards from them, which I don't think we need more of just yet. So we'll go for some combat. And we'll hang out with some drunken guards next turn. I mean, we could be rushing straight for the boss fight, but I do figure it makes a certain amount of sense to hang on. Alright. Okay. 6 damage, attack 3 times. Attack 2 times. Let's see here. So 6, 12, 8... Oh, no. 9, 18, 27. Okay, you're attacking me, you're attacking Bear. I suppose it makes the most sense to probably... And we've only got 3 attacks here, so... We'll see how this plays out. And then, yeah, just kill him. That made the most sense. Bear is going to take a little bit of damage, but we should be okay. You guys are both at the same strength, so I'll just attack the guy over here. The bleed isn't going to be enough to kill him, but it will do some good work nonetheless. I mean, it's got him into killing range, so that does count for something. And I could kill a weasel. And if I was going to kill a weasel, it would probably be this one. But I can do more than kill a weasel. Let's, do a little of that. And it is actually... It is still true that I will be able to kill this weasel. I am going to have you move, though. Just because. And no one can have solid footing, so I'll give Bear the extra armor. Alright. Actually, wait, hang on a second. No, you're at 6, so you're not going to be completely dead. Okay, that made a certain amount of sense. 1 times 5. I mean, I don't even need this, but... Oh, why did I do that? We have 0 energy now. Not the best order of operations on that, I'm going to be honest with you. However... Well, at least we're going to be able to take this fella out. Which... Oh no, you're going to cause bleed, so I do want to make sure I take you out. You're going to die of bleed, so you're not even going to be able to hurt us. Oh, that worked out nicely, didn't it? Hi, and we got that much too late in the battle for it to really mean anything. Alright, I want to see if this... Okay, so as long as you're just wielding 2 weapons. Okay. I'm glad I understand that better now. Whenever this character attacks an opponent on the same lane, gains 6 armor, but you only get it once. And the same lane is, I guess, same row. I mean, columns would be ranks, rows would be lanes. Draw 1 card. I like this, but again, I feel like our deck is, it's in danger of getting too big. So I want to slow our roll, especially because we are getting, as you can see here, we can get up to 4 cards per person. And honestly, I feel you're kind of good there, so I'm going to give you a little bit more willpower. Oh my god, this is like the best card in the game. Whenever a target opponent gains a status effect, they also gain 2 poison. This is freaking incredible. So yeah, I'm gonna take it. And it's especially useful because it also applies, because there's some enemies that they gain, like the bears or the beavers, they gain like a positive status buff every turn. So every time they gain a positive buff, they also gain poison. And if you have a lot of effects going, like that poison, it really stacks up really fast. Or at least it can. I'm going to buff you up to 4. Not that we super need it. For 1 turn, whenever a target... Yeah, you see, this synergizes nicely with all our multi-attacks. And then this with Toxic Cascade, you get 2, and then you get some of this. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That can... we can get some pretty good stuff going there. I'm probably still going to find a way to screw up this this particular... We don't need this. I am probably going to find a way to screw this run up, but the synergies are there. Okay, we can modify our deck. I like the sound of that. So now seems like a good time to take a short rest. Perhaps an opportunity to learn something. Oh, we duplicate a card. What card would we want to duplicate? I mean, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but with Toxic Cascade and the Grievous Wound, you know, that's some good stuff there. Well, specifically the Grievous Wound, but yeah. Again, I maybe I haven't found it yet. Maybe I do need to go to card vendors more often, and that's my problem. And I can get rid of these regular strikes. I want those out of my deck. They're not as good. And eventually, same idea with the guards. You get rid of the guards, replace them with like better defending cards, and life gets better. What would I really want? I mean, more cards that apply status effects, also pretty good. Because that plays nicely with Toxic Cascade. Akimbo is only useful with our mouse guy. You know what? I am gonna just get more sharpened steel. Not sure if that was the optimal... I really should slow down on the number of cards we've got. Alright, so here we are. We're finally at the boss fight. So we've got the smithy for provisions. Might be a good idea. We could go to the tavern to hire party members, which cost money. We could heal up, but we're already... You know what? We've been actually doing really well with just these 2 guys. The boss fight could prove why it would be beneficial to have more characters, but you know what? Let's take a risk here. We're gonna go to the smithy and see what happens. Oh. Okay, deal weapon damage if a 2-handed weapon, deal damage to the entire lane. Apply... here we go. This is a good one. Apply charge equal to weapon damage and move swap to the front rank. I like that. I'm going to take it. Kinda wish... To do. Workshop. Oh. Oh, wait. No, that's Todd's workshop. I thought I read that as to do workshop. But no. So you're Todd, are you? Kinda wish there was like a purge card button here. That's probably a to-do thing. Because I've never heard of a card game without the ability to remove cards from your deck. It's a trap! Alright, so we can pick our boss. So either defending bears, got these guys, or you got these guys. Sorry, Fred seems to be giving up on me here. Let's go with these guys. Though the bears may have been... Oh, this isn't so bad. Excuse me again. Alright. Let's start. I mean, we have no defense, so that's royally going to screw us. Oh, and everyone's attacking bear. Oh, except for you. You're not attacking bear. Really wish we had some more armor. Okay. To be honest, this vigor is not feeling super, super useful at this point. Is it possible to kill this guy? You know, if strike did weapon damage, that would be a whole new world. Okay, so let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this guy will die of bleed all by himself if I leave him long enough. Okay, you're gonna... So 12 damage to both of these guys, plus 9 damage to bear. Okay. There's a number of ways I can handle this. And again, I have no armor. That kind of screws me. Just a little bit. Okay. So let's see. We can get 6, 9, and then... Okay, so that would make this 25. 25 times free. $25 times free is 75, so I could kill the weasel. All right, I'm gonna go for it. I hope I did my math right. I'll get rid of rush. Wait, maybe I should have attacked this guy. I didn't do my math correctly. I still get to kill him though. All right, it's gonna take 2 more turns to kill this guy. Oh boy. The pain. Oh god, the pain. Don't let bear die. Let's see. Oh, and you guys aren't even... You're gonna push me around, so that kind of sucks. Let's see. How do I play this? Well, we could start by applying weakness. Oh, and I have... Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna withdraw. Because that now protects me from getting shoved around. You are going to do footwork. Move swaps to an adjacent position, gain free retaliate, and... okay, so... That's a thing. Ah, if only I'd saved up for that... But then again, how was I supposed to know Toxic Cascade was going to show up? Let's just kill the damn weasel. Then again... Oh no, he's got armor on now. Okay, so the bleed... In that case, yeah, we'll let the bleed take care of him. And you know what? I should have... There we go. So every time I move, I'll now get something. And might as well give ourselves solid footing because we have nothing else. To be honest, I shouldn't have taken strategy because we don't really have the cards to make it work. And you're going to retaliate, so maybe I don't want to attack you this turn. Then again, if only I'd got that Toxic Cascade. Alright, let's start with you. Okay, you can heal yourself, so start with that. You're dead this turn, so we don't need to do anything with you. If this breaks their armor, unfortunately you have no armor. Alright, so, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to... Excuse me? Oh, right, it's your card. Sorry. Saw a picture of a bear and I made the, perhaps, by perhaps I mean the definitely incorrect assumption that, okay, that royally hurts. And then we're going to take another 8 damage, but we've applied a bunch of poison to him. And we're going to apply a bunch more. Yowza. So he does free damage per retaliate, but that's okay. Alright, so he's got 7 poison. And what is this? Bolster. On turn end, this character gains armor for every point of bolster. Oh, baby. So as you can see, that kind of worked out. What do we got here? Shrug it off. Every time this character receives more than 15 damage. Oh boy. Who are you attacking? You're attacking Bear, so I'm pretty sure you're dead this turn, but just in case I did my math on that wrong. You are definitely dead this turn. Massively dead. Super, super dead. Finally, some armor. Alright, let's drag the heavy armor. Yeah, okay, so we're good. And let's see. Deal 4 damage to the entire opponent's party. I like it. Deal 3 vitality damage for every stack of poison on this character. Now, if it was Toxin, that would be the card to take. But I think we'll leave our deck like it is for now. And at an hour and 5 minutes, I think this is where we're going to wrap this particular episode up. So, could heal the party. Could level someone up. We could gain more florins. I kind of want... Well, we have the ability to heal as long as we actually draw the card. So, maybe we'll just level up Hendrickson. And, alright, so he's got another passive. I mean, honestly, a little bit more energy. We've got a small party, so it makes sense. Whenever this character gains armor, they gain another 5 armor. On turn 9, double the stacks of poison on all opponents. And seeing as we have ways that add poison, you know, that's pretty damn good. Though getting more armor is also not a bad thing. I think I'm gonna go... Why would I forfeit that? We're gonna go with this, because you just don't say no to something that crazily awesome. Okay, and with that in mind, we are going to wrap this run up here, or at least this part of the run. Next time, hopefully, we will succeed even better. Though we're succeeding right now, so yeah, this is our first look at Banners of Ruin. Like with anything new on this channel, it's always extra double super special important to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment, let me know if you'd like to see more, etc, etc. But for now, thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to, well, I already said about hitting the like button or leaving a comment, so with that in mind, I will see you all in the next video.